Looks like Damar Hamlin is in the building. Yes, if they show him in the stadium in any capacity, it will blow the doors off of this place. Damar Hamlin just showed up, and it looks like his mom and his little brother is there. Oh, we
great.
love to see it. Stay tuned. It's the Bengals, Bills, coming up on CBS.
Good job.
Well, hello out there. How's everybody doing? Is everybody's favorite conservative in New York, Christopher Wright? Head over to doing my sit back and chat. Remember, if you enjoyed the content, to please like, subscribe, and share. All right, and also a brief reminder, you guys know on the 29th, my group that I founded here at CRA, Conservative Republican Alliance of New York, is having an event at the Metropolitan Republic Club in Manhattan from 5 to 8 p.m. If you'd be interested, please shoot me an email at C like Charlie, R like Randy, A like Apple, New York spelled out, at proton, P-R-O-T-O-N, mail.com. Thank you very much. Now, I want to discuss the topic at hand. You guys saw at the beginning of my video, I played the clip of Damar Hamlin returning to the Bills Stadium for the playoff game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And when you see him coming in, like, first and foremost, I'm going to say, it's just, the whole thing looks suspicious, okay? I'm not the kind of, look, I know my conspiracies, and I consider myself a conspiracy realist, not a theorist. So, before I come out and say this is what I feel about a situation, I do my research, make sure there's substance, there's evidence proving what I believe is going on, and then I'll come out and say I feel the truth. But at this point, it's still early on, early stages. I didn't want to come out too early and say, oh, that's not the real guy, it's a clone, or all this stuff like that. I didn't want to go in this long stretch of conspiracies about the whole situation when it came to Damar Hamlin. But you guys saw that video. It was just what's suspicious that, as soon as he arrives in the stadium, you have the security card with him, and they like usher him in immediately. Anytime I've seen a player who's injured or something occurred where they had to step away from the sport for a bit of time and they came back, and when they came back to their, to a game being played and they're in the sky booth area or whatever it may be, they would, come in and wave and give a thumbs up or something like that to the crowd and make people cheer, oh, excited, oh yeah, hey, glad to see you're back. And yet he had like sunglasses on. He was walking like kind of like side by side, not like somebody who was recently, seriously injured or anything like that. And, said just everything, he was getting ushered in, security was blocking him so you couldn't see his face. There's another clip of a video of him that I'll show as well, of him in the sky booth area. And it's, his little brother think is there with him, but they're not showing his face. It's all in the back, and it's like, why would you guys be so suspicious? Everybody from both sides, I don't care what, political, whatever, party you're on, everybody was glad to see this guy seemed like he was doing okay. Reports are coming back that his health was improving. So now that he's at the game, everybody wants to see this guy, man. Let's, give a quick glimpse of his face. I understand the reason why I wasn't like, oh, what's going on at first was I'm understanding this guy just got to the hospital. I know sometimes when people are under anesthesia, they have like, like a paralyzed kind of like maybe facial features or whatever it may be for a period of time afterwards. So I'm like, maybe it was, he's fresh from the hospital. There's covering his face for, health reasons, what I mean? So, he's just going through a healing process, so it takes time for his face to be fully healed, or something along those lines. So I didn't want to just say, oh, this is just a conspiracy. But time is going by, and it's like, they showed the whole video from him going to Bills game, face being covered up, him at the sky booth, no angle of the direct in front of his face. You had one of the announcers, there's a woman there who was on the field announcing, and she mentioned, oh, the crowd's going to be so excited when they see him, and all stuff like that. And it's like, it's kind of suspicious. Like, of course they're going to be excited. Like, why you got to make it emphasize the point of, oh, wait till they see this guy. And it's like, but yet we didn't quite see him. And then they had another video footage of him from the booth, like waving. I'll play that clip as well.
Here, and Damar stood up, right?
Yeah, he did. This is it right here.
What a scene. Oh. It's his sign.
What a beautiful, triumphant story that galvanized this entire nation.
And it's and then he does like, they say he looks like a pyramid hand signal But the guy's been doing the heart shape, for the longest. Even before he was hurt, he was known for doing like the heart shape and celebration and stuff like that. So I'm not going to immediately say, oh, conspiracy, Illuminati, pyramid. But it was, and he flashes like the threes, threes, and people saying, oh, it means 666 and all that stuff like that. The guy's number is 3. He did the heart symbol before. Now he's doing the temple symbol. It's like a temple, but I'm not going to confirm and say that's what it is. But there are things that are suspicious about this whole situation. There's also one clip I want to play as well with it looks like a teammate of his during like maybe practice, something like that before. This is probably, I think, about 2 weeks ago, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. This is right when the incident happened, and it played him doing like a FaceTime. It looks like with Damar Hamlin, but it's not quite a FaceTime. Looks like it might be a pre-recorded video. I just kind of give your thoughts on that and play that clip for you. But yeah, they got that going on. So I honestly, don't know what to think about this. I'm not a person that wants to come out and just say immediately conspiracy, not doing my research. But I've done the little bit of research I was able to do so far with the incident being so fresh. It's just very suspicious. I think the NFL could have handled this situation a whole lot better than what they did, and the fact that they didn't, it just kind of confuses me. Like, if it was something health related that he just still looked unhealthy at this point, then why let him go to this game? I know it's playoffs, I know it's his team and everything like that, but let this guy get proper healing before he goes out in public eye and public view and everything like that. The fact that they just let him come in if he's still unhealthy is just kind of strange to me. And if for some reason that wasn't him, that's more insane. Is it because of the fact that the guy really did pass away and they're trying to cover it up? There's people saying, like, there's a lot of people out there saying this. People saying that the ambulance that picked him up was it was a U-Haul truck and just had the EMS labels, just, kind of plastered on there, and it was kind of like a quick process that he died on the field. I'm not going to go that far and say that, but what I am going to do is I'm going to see if there's further confirmation of him being alive. I'm not going to just say, oh no, if you think it's a conspiracy, then you're a nut job and you're a tinfoil hat wearer, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to be either on the conspiracy side or the non-conspiracy side. I'm still going to keep watching with a close eye view, because I do not trust the mainstream media that much. That's how sad that we are in this country now, that the media has been proven liars so many times that when something like this happens, I can't just look at the mainstream media and say, determine this is what probably happened. I got to see what they're saying and then do further research and then come up with a conclusion. And that's what I'm going to do. And one of the further evidence I would like to look at is him at other events in the future, him doing interviews, just him showing his face, speaking. And once I see that and it's confirmed, then I say, hey, this obviously wasn't conspiracy. But I'm not going to come out and say that, oh, everything's all good. His family was there, his little brother, his mother, and they didn't look too happy, they didn't look too sad. There was like a small smile on his mother's face at a period of time. So who knows at the end of the day, but hey, money is the root of all evil, and it's been proven time and time again that money will make people do the craziest things. So you can never put it past anybody. So like I said before, until I get further evidence, I won't come to a final conclusion on this matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't want to be on, like I said, too far on either side, conspiracy theory side or the non-conspiracy theory side. Like I said, as time goes by, I'm going to keep my eye out on the situation with Damar Hamlin. If I see him doing interviews, at press conferences, playing again in the sport, and just show his facial features and hear him speaking, then I will no longer go with the conspiracy theory. I'll be tossed aside. No, this is really, it's officially him, no BS. But if they continue to kind of act funny with the video footage, not showing angles of his face, sweep it under the rug, this whole incident happening, him never going back to return to the sport to play again, then making him still excuse why he's not playing again, and just continue to kind of sweep it under the rug. And if that's the situation, then I'm going to say, hey, more than likely, he did pass away, because I was watching ABL, he mentioned that there was a death certificate with his name and his parents coming to confirm that. So that's, how common would that be for something like that to happen, for somebody with the same name as Damar Hamlin and the same parents' names to come and confirm this man's death? So that's something to consider as well. So just keep your eye out. And like I said, when the evidence comes, I'll make my final conclusion. But like always, may God bless everybody out there listening, and may God bless the United States of America. Peace out.